to stop terrorism, but we still got terrorists here living in the USA, the big CIA, the Bloods and the Crips and the KKK. But if you only have love for
Everyone, a special calendar. SB 13-10470, the matter of extradition for Anthony Troy Williams appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Simeone Mariano, Deputy Attorney General for the State of Hawaii.
Good morning, Your Honor. Deputy Public Defender Catherine Gutierrez. Your Honor, making a special appearance, and Your Honor, Mr. Anthony Williams is present, Your Honor.
Good morning. Are we ready to proceed?
Well, Your Honor, I do believe the state has some representations as well as myself.
Your Honor, I guess with regards to the hearing, I guess at this point the state doesn't know what the defendant is going to do at this point. So until that is said, then the state has nothing right now.
Okay.
Your Honor, I spoke to this gentleman next to me who indicated that he does want to represent himself, as I did indicate to the court earlier, and I think he wants to go on the record with respect to that.
Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay.
You don't need to talk to him like he's talking to him. It's all being recorded.
Private Attorney General Anthony Williams, as codified in Title 42, USC 1988. These charges against me are false. My understanding, I haven't been able to see the paperwork. I really wanted to look over them to see what the state has as far as even to have a lawful warrant, Fourth Amendment warrant to get me, which they had to have probable cause, which I know they didn't, because I was here in Hawaii on the alleged crime that they're saying that I committed, which my son was also a defendant, and it was dismissed on August 22nd of last month. The defendant that they're charging, the all capital letters, Anthony Troy Williams, is actually a corporate fiction, a legal person, and that's not me. I do not have a social security number. I'm actually a foreign diplomat, and I'm a U.S. non-citizen national or an American. Therefore, the court does not have jurisdiction. The state of Georgia never had jurisdiction. Also, they haven't even proven my identity, who I am. So today, I move the court to dismiss this with prejudice.
Okay. First of all, Mr. Williams, do you understand why you're here?
I don't understand why I'm here.
Okay.
What I was told is that this is an extradition hearing.
Yes.
From the state of Georgia on a false warrant that was issued, that was also issued against my son, which has been dismissed also.
Okay. There has been a complaint filed in this court indicating that you stand charged in the courts of the state of Georgia with the offense of child molestation felony, section 16-4-4 of the state of Georgia Penal Code, a crime punishable by imprisonment for a term exceeding 1 year. That's a complaint. Whether it's true or not is not really an issue here today. So Georgia has demanded that this state make you available for transport back to Georgia to answer the charge. Now, you have a right to demand or procure legal counsel. You have a right to an attorney to represent you at these proceedings. Now, Ms. Gutierrez has indicated that you want to represent yourself. Is that true?
In propria persona, yes, sir.
Okay. Then I need to go through a little bit of a question and answer session to make sure you understand your right, just for the record, that you understand your right to counsel and that you're knowingly, intelligently, and voluntarily waiving that right. And then dedicate that law to represent yourself through the remainder of these proceedings.
And after those questions, can I question, I need a few questions I need to ask the court also.
Okay.
On and for the record.
Okay. Mr. Williams, how old are you?
Right now, it should be 42.
How much education do you have?
I have more education than the most trained lawyer you can find.
So, do you have any problem reading, writing, or understanding English?
No, I do not.
Are you under the influence of any alcohol or drugs today?
No, I've never done drugs in my life.
Are you under treatment? Excuse me. Are you under treatment for any mental illness or emotional problem?
No, I'm not.
Is your mind clear?
Very clear.
Now, do you understand that you have the right to be represented by a lawyer in your case? And if you can't afford a lawyer, the court will provide an attorney to represent you for free.
I have to ask you a question on that. When you say lawyer, do you mean a counsel of my choice, or are you restricting that counsel to an attorney at law that has a certificate of admission to a monopoly called the Bar Association?
You can hire anybody you want if you can afford to pay that person. If you cannot, then the court will appoint a lawyer licensed by the Hawaii Supreme Court.
So, but that person does not have to be a person that's a part of the bar that I hire.
In order to practice law in Hawaii, you have to be a member of the bar, normally. Okay. So, you can't hire a non-lawyer to represent you. You can represent yourself, but if you have someone represent you in the courtroom, then it has to be a lawyer who's passed the bar.
But
and
then
is
that would,
licensed here.
but, sir, that would be in violation of the Supreme Court rulings, NAACP versus Button, Schwell versus Board Examiner, Frankenhauer versus Rizzo, and also Aaron versus Sims, which specifically states that non-lawyers or people that are competent can represent others in court without being charged with the charge of unauthorized practice of law. Also, Federal Rules of Civil Procedure 17 U.S.C. 28, I can hire someone as a next friend to represent me if I so choose without having to use an attorney at law.
Okay, but you understand what I just told you. Your objection, if that is an objection, is on the record. If you hire a lawyer, it's got to be someone who is licensed here in Hawaii or is otherwise authorized to practice here in Hawaii. And if you can't afford someone and you want me to appoint someone to represent you without charge, then it's going to be somebody like the public defender, Ms. Gutierrez, who is in court here. She's passed the bar and is licensed.
Can I have anyone that would be a lawyer produce a law license for me to inspect before I even consider them? Because I still have yet to see any lawyer's license that says they have a law license. I have yet to see one. I've asked plenty of attorneys and they don't have a law license. They have a certificate of admission, which is not a license. I also called the Department of Professional Licensing and Vocational Division, and they say they don't have any attorneys at law licenses in their office, which that's the office for all professional licenses. So I'm still trying to figure out what license do an attorney at law has that would constitute a valid law license according to the state and federal law and according to the Constitution.
Well, if you want a lawyer and you can't afford to pay that lawyer, your lawyer will be Ms. Gutierrez. And the court is aware that she has passed the bar and is licensed to practice law in Hawaii. She's a public defender who has appeared before me for many years. And she will be your lawyer. You may have a position or an objection to that, and you can state it if you want to, but...
I do. I represent myself.
All right. Okay. This is important. Do you understand that if you represent yourself without a lawyer, the judge cannot and will not help you, and that you will be required to follow all of the technical rules and the substantive, procedural, and evidentiary law applicable to your case?
No, that's incorrect. My understanding is that the law states that non-lawyers, people who represent themselves, are not held to the same strict and stringent laws as attorney at law, and their pleadings cannot be judged as such.
Okay, you and I disagree, but you understand what I've told you.
I don't understand under that, no, sir.
Okay, what is it you don't understand about me telling you that if you represent yourself without a lawyer, the judge cannot and will not help you, and that you will be required to follow all of the technical rules and the substantive, procedural, and evidentiary law applicable to your case?
Well, sir, the reason why I don't stand under that or understand that is because you are supposed to be under an oath to uphold the Constitution of the United States of America, which you're supposed to guard against anyone trying to infringe on my rights as an American citizen. So if you're not on that oath, I need you to state that for the record today if you're not on your oath. But if you are, then I do expect for you to protect and guard all my constitutional, divine, and common law rights.
I'll try my best to do that.
So are you on your oath today, sir?
I'll try my best to protect your rights.
Well, I'm saying, well, are you on your oath today? Is your oath up to date and current, your oath of office to uphold the Constitution for the United States of America?
I took an oath when I was sworn in as a judge.
I understand, Sam, but is that on file? It's on record right now?
It got me, but I did
I'm
take
saying,
it
sir,
off.
well, I'm saying in order to, adjudicate in front of me and to be lawful, you have to have that oath of office, current, and I can, by law, I can demand that be entered in on the record to make sure that you will guard my constitutional rights as you are sworn to, or supposed to have sworn to an oath to do, sir.
Okay, I understand what you're saying, but...
So we're in agreement, are you on your oath today?
No, I've indicated that I understand what you're saying, but whether I agree with it or not is not an issue right now, as far as I'm concerned. But your position is on the record, okay?
I'm saying, I'm still not understanding, sir, but that's mandatory for you to be on your oath of office, when you sit on the bench, so to make sure that I don't get railroaded by the prosecutor, to make sure that these proceedings are fair and that they are constitutional. I mean, I just asked a simple question, sir. Are you on your oath today, and are you going to uphold your oath to the United States of America, the Constitution of the United States of America?
I'm going to do my job to the best of my ability. Let it rest there. The next question is, do you understand that acting as your own lawyer could substantially hurt your chances of obtaining a favorable result in this case?
No, I do not understand that, because in the interest of justice, it shouldn't matter whether I have an attorney at law or not. What should matter is the truth of the facts of the case. And the truth of the facts in this case is that the state of Georgia do not have a viable description of me. I wasn't the person that they're talking about. I'm a separate entity than the entity that they've charged. And the incident that they're saying, they didn't have probable cause because I was here in the state of Hawaii in the incident that they're charging me with.
Okay, the allegations in Georgia are not for me to determine one way or the other. Issues in an extradition proceeding are limited, and guilt or innocence is not one of them.
Okay, can you state those issues for me, sir? What are
Well,
the issues?
I can't help you. I can't tell you what to do.
No, I'm not
That's
asking.
why you have a lawyer. If you want a lawyer, Ms. Gutierrez is standing right next to you. If you want to represent yourself, I'm not going to help you.
No, so
I
I'm
can't
asking you,
help
what are the issues? Because you said those issues that I brought up aren't the issues. So by law, you have to tell me what the issues in the extradition that I'm being charged with, sir.
Well, I read the complaint to you. The state of Georgia has alleged that you committed a crime in Georgia, and they want you back there to answer that crime. That's what this extradition proceeding is all about. Now, what you and I are talking about at this moment, though, is whether or not you want a lawyer to represent you or you want to represent yourself. And I'm required to advise you that representing yourself could be detrimental.
No,
You can understand that.
No, I don't understand that, because the reason why I can't understand that, sir, is because every time I've represented myself, I've always won. Every time I had an attorney at law represent me, or anybody that I know, they've always lost. So my chances are better with me representing myself, understanding my constitutional rights, common law rights, and divine rights and human rights, than to rely on an attorney at law who is an officer of the court, which you are also an officer of the court, and both of you are part of the same organization, which creates a conflict of interest. The reason why this proceedings cannot go further, because the jurisdiction has been directly challenged. The state of Georgia doesn't have any jurisdiction. The state of Hawaii don't have any jurisdiction. I've already have the paperwork filed that I'm not a U.S. citizen. I am an American national. I am a foreign diplomat with foreign sovereign immunity. That's already been established on the record, sir.
Do you understand that if you disrupt the trial?
Anthony Williams. Security was prepared. You got your document in your hand.
Excuse me, ma'am. You're Mary Jean still?
Well, it's all on him.
I'm being serving you now. I'm serving you a secure paper.
The sheriff's gave it to me.
Oh, yeah, well, I don't know about that. I'm being told I'm with the Attorney General's.
Oh, okay, so you don't have to sign the double. You don't have to sign. You don't have to accept it. Okay, just say, please read it out.
I want y'all to know I was attacked by these officers while I was in handcuffs. Deputy Choi and this deputy right here. This deputy right here basically called me a black nigger. I think I'm a black smart nigger. This deputy right here. So I want that put on
You have legal mail that we've been trying to get up to you.
You know what? You don't have to step back.
Okay.
He's in our custody.
Yes, I do.
So you guys are saying he can't have his legal mail that's from his common law for his
That's what I'm
defendant?
saying.
Okay.
I will be notifying the judge of that.
Now you know you have it back here if you can get it.
You will be charged as soon as I get out. I promise you that. You understand who I am.
All rise, this court is reconvened. You may be seated.
Please call the case on one special calendar 13-1470 in the matter of extradition for Anthony Troy Williams. Francis, please.
Morning, Ana Simeona Mariano, Deputy Attorney General for the State of Hawaii.
And the record will note the presence of Mr. Williams.
Before I begin, sir, I was assaulted when I was taken to the back by Deputy Choi while I was in handcuffs. Also, this officer right here made some racial slurs, said I think I'm a black smart nigger. This one right here, I want him charged right now with a hate crime.
Anything else, Mr. Williams? You can make a complaint to the police.
They would not give me a complaint form to make a complaint. They told me to shut the fuck up and that this is their house and they can do what the fuck they want to do.
You can make a complaint with the police department.
I want these men arrested, sir.
I know you do, but you need to make a complaint with the police department.
I'm making a complaint with you.
Make it with the police department. Are you ready to proceed with your case?
Several things. The affidavit that was submitted by Detective Jones is defective in that he said he had personal knowledge that the incident happened between April 1st, 2013 and April 13, 2013, which is a known fact that I was here at the time. Also, another affidavit which said that I fled Georgia coming here to escape prosecution. This date was July 3rd, 2013. I was here in Hawaii since April. I touched down April 2nd. You can verify this with Hawaiian Airlines, and I haven't left. So I'm not running from anything. I've never ran from anything in my life. I don't run from the police. I've never run from the FBI when they tried to falsely accuse me. I'm not running now.
Mr. Williams, you are not conceding that you are in fact the person being sought by the state of Georgia for the child molestation.
No, I'm not the person that they're seeking.
Then it's the state's obligation to prove that you are. Ms. Mariano, are you prepared to do that?
Your Honor, with regard to the state's earlier request for a continuance to obtain Mr. Williams' fingerprints, based on his representations in court, our special agent called the Sheriff's Department and discovered that they did, in fact, obtain basically manual ink prints of Mr. Williams. But this was after he was taken to Queens and came back, so our department did not know of this. And did not receive a copy of those prints. However, the state will still need time to get the prints from the mainland in order to do a comparison. And I've been told that it could take, earlier the state did say 1 week, but I believe it could take about 1 to 2 days to do that.
I object.
1 to 2 days?
Yes, Your Honor.
So you need to do a fingerprint comparison?
Yes.
I object, because the state of Georgia had ample time to basically identify who they're seeking, which it's not me, and I move to have this case dismissed with prejudice on and for the record.
Well, Mr. Williams, if it is in fact the case that it was your son, or it is your son, that Georgia really wants, then this fingerprint will clear things up.
Well, they wanted both of us, sir. They charged both of us with the same crime, with the exact same charge. They charged my son and myself. But he was proven that he wasn't there at the time, and it's been proven that I wasn't there at the time. So his has already been dismissed.
Okay, so you are not disputing that you are the person that's charged with this offense and that
No.
Georgia wants you back?
No, the person that they're charging is a legal fiction. I'm not that person. I'm two separate entities. Who they're charging and who they have in custody right now is two different entities. The person they're charging is not me.
I thought I heard you say that both your son and yourself were charged.
No, we are falsely charged. I'm saying who Georgia has charged officially is not me. It's a legal fiction, all capital letters, Anthony Troy Williams. That's not me with a social security number. I do not have a social security number. That's who they are charging. That's not me. I emphatically state for and on the record that it's not me. Now, the state of Georgia have the burden of proof to prove that I have a social security number, that social security number is attached to me, the flesh and blood man. And that's not the case.
Okay.
And this can be verified also with the IRS that I do not have a social security number.
Well, the state is requesting a continuance so it can compare fingerprints, the ones that they took from you after your return from the hospital, and prints on file with the NCIC. And you say you can do it in 1 or 2 days?
Yes, Your Honor, according to Special Agent Joseph, if the court would like to ask him questions, it's all, in regards to the FBI prints, I've been told that it's digital or on, we can obtain it here in Hawaii. But with regards to the prints that were taken manually, which is out of the ordinary, it's usually done like through a scan. That's what would obviously is the reason why it's taking a little longer than normal, and the fact that we were never told by the sheriff that those prints were done after the fact.
Okay, do we have time tomorrow afternoon? We'll continue this proceeding until 1:30 tomorrow afternoon. Meanwhile,
Sir, I have evidence that proves this man is innocent, and it's legally mailed to him, and they keep restricting me.
who are you?
I'm one of the people under the Constitution that serve, you guys
Well,
serve.
Tell you what, He's representing himself.
And that's my
He's
best-
allowed to speak, you are not, so you.
I'm
can
not,
give
I'm just
it-
trying to deliver
That's my-
legal mail,
that's my
sir.
legal mail,
that
sir.
that would prove that he's innocent.
That's
I've been,
my legal mail.
the court has not allowed us, his own appointed public attorney that you guys said was gonna be him, she refused on twice.
Okay.
The sheriffs
It
have
comes
3
down to
times.
this, you want to give him that.
That's what I'm asking, and I've been not allowed
Because I'm
to.
representing myself.
And that's his
So
stuff.
I need that.
Okay, I need that. Give it to me.
We need to look through it first, just to make
You
sure.
gotta open it by law, you guys have to open it in
That's
front of
correct.
him.
We can open it, but we need to see what's.
Okay, so we'll come back at 1:30 tomorrow afternoon. Meanwhile, the defendant's
I need to be
release
released.
status will stay status quo.
I need to be released then until tomorrow.
No, no. I'm going to find that no conditions will assure your presence for the continued proceeding tomorrow afternoon. So I'm going to order you held until at least 1:30 tomorrow afternoon. Miss Mariano, you're going to be prepared to proceed with the identification here.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we'll stand in recess.